Well, happy Monday, everybody. It's another day in the life with me, DJ Bretley. Yep, it is Monday. And yes, I'm still wearing my neighbor's hoodie. I'm feeling a little lazy today, not gonna lie. But yeah, so today, it's Monday, and I got some of the work I wanted to get done yesterday knocked out of the way. And today Mira has another early day of school because she gets to go to her annual doctor's checkup. Woohoo! Happy, healthy, bouncing girl. Love her. But so today, my first and foremost thing I'm getting to do is work on my promo. And this is my entire week's promo list of what I want to put on my social media pages. With Facebook, I post on my DJ page a couple of times a day, as well as plan my posts for other Facebook groups, promo for shows, etc. And then you'll see notes like meaningful wedding, a meme. I tend to post things that are characteristic of myself, but also what I'm doing and offering. For example, this week I did this Saturday's wedding at Myrick Park. And, before every wedding I post that I'm going to the wedding, and I'll post pictures when I'm done. This wedding this weekend, I'm still kind of raving about in the brain of myself, because it was such a cool and different wedding. I was pretty stoked about it all, actually. And I still keep looking back at it. Because Myrick Park is a very cool venue. But more often than not, I've noticed that when you have your wedding at Myrick Park, you're probably not the crazy group of alcoholics that party downtown. Or I've never seen a crazy, crazy party night at Myrick Park. Like I have at Celebrations, Pettibone, where people get a little wild. West Salem, Maple Grove. I've never been told to kill it at a wedding before, but that was a wild wedding. That was awesome. That was last summer, though. But, yeah. So, this week I'm first off doing my promo and getting all that knocked out of the way right now. Because, like I said, I'm going to finally set up my controller in my office downstairs, or I might even do it in my living room. But I'm going to show you a little bit of mixing and in the mind of DJ Bretley, how I mix, what I think, what songs I look for, and all of that. So I got to get a lot of this knocked out of the way today. Not to mention music for this week. And it's nice not having to prepare for a wedding. I have 3 weddings and 1 event left this season, and then wedding season's over for me. And it's all clubs. But this week is a strictly all-club week. I've been waiting 3.5 months for this, and yeah, there's no stress of getting dressed up, prepped, and all that. It's mainly just getting my music, the new downloads, the new releases, the mixes I want to use, and I'll have an entire week to actually prep my computer, or, I have the whole week to prep my computer for this weekend, so to speak. So that being said, Wednesday night I'm at the Driftless Arcade here in La Crosse. And it's mostly karaoke, but if no one's there, I honestly will bring my deck is actually sitting there from Saturday night. Yeah, someone may have had a whiskey or two and decided to walk home and leave his gear at Driftless. But they're not open till Wednesday, so ain't no one touching that shit. All right, Thursday night, I am at Dooley's in Rochester. And if you've never been there, the venue it's beautiful. You have access to the Mayo Skywalk and 23 video screens. I can take over 23 video screens. Just imagine if I could play the hub over all of that. But that's Dooley, and Dooley's is definitely a little bit more of a dance set than anything else, and it's on par with what's going to be my entire weekend. So if you listen to if you hop over to my Mixcloud page next week, you're going to hear a lot of repetitive shit. I'm not going to lie, 'cause I'm in 3 different rooms on 3 different nights in 3 different areas, so to speak. So that's Dooley's on Thursday. Friday night, I am finally got some free time to be back home at Who's on 3rd on 3rd Street in the heart of downtown La Crosse. Wedding season has just been so overwhelming this year, and I've maybe took too many weddings, but I am finally back at Who's on 3rd. And I'll be there a lot more in the new year as I'm mapping out my entire schedule for 2020 now. And and rather than have to wing it, because last year at this time, going into December, Carly's closed. And that was my kind of go-to home on the 3rd Street Strip in downtown La Crosse. really good vibe, lots of fun. And Who's on Third really resembles that in a lot of ways. So that's where I love to be at in La Crosse anyway. From there, that's Friday night. And then Saturday night, I run back down to Prairie du Chien to be at City Sounds. And City Sounds is the only club from here to Madison, honestly, in that direction. I've been told there's other places in Iowa, but it's Iowa. I'm sorry, I'm not taking the DJ Mobile down any more dirt roads. That was just brutal. Jesus. Sorry. But yeah, so that's what's on the DJ agenda this week. And so this week's going to be a lot of, since it's nothing stressful, a lot of promo, a lot of downloading of music, listening to new tracks, and kind of just getting ready to have a fun week. Next weekend, I've got 2 weddings. The following week, I have an event and a wedding, and then we're out to club season for a month. After that, I will be doing wedding. My first wedding is the second week of January, and they just pick up and we start going. I never even thought that, this DJ thing would last this long, but yeah, I'm digging the wedding DJ thing and the club DJ thing. It's a whole lot of fun. Won't lie about that. And this is not a Fugazi t-shirt. Only a handful, if you will understand what I mean. But yeah, so that's this week. And Mira has her checkup today, or at the doctor. And then the other thing I realized I should start preparing for is me hosting the open mic at Grounded in downtown La Crosse. I'll be doing that the 3rd Tuesday of every month. And yours truly is going to give himself a challenge. Just like with my DJ sets, I'm going to learn a new song to play every open mic. And you all might laugh at this, but for some reason, I have not been able to get the song Emotion from the Bee Gees out of my head. So I'm going to try to figure out how to play that in the next few weeks. No clue as to why. I have a very eclectic taste in music. I mean, as of late in the rock genre, I'm still listening to a lot of Weed Eater, Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, Melvins, and a little bit of Jesus Lizard. But that's only for personal stuff when I get a little bit of free time. Otherwise, it's almost listening to all like dance music, house, clubby kind of stuff to get prepped for my sets and find new tracks that I personally like. Plus, Mira hopping along and listening to a lot of the stuff I like to listen to. It's pretty cute because we're both huge Marshmello fans. So at some point, I think the next time I can find when Marshmello tours or if it happens, I'm going to take the Spawn with me to go see Marshmello. Probably one of my favorite present-day dance artists. I would have taken her to see Nelly last summer, but the ex, Mira's mom, wasn't so thrilled with me wanting to go see Nelly with Mira, and I kind of understand that. I mean, granted, it was an all-ages Nelly show at the Olmsted County Fairgrounds, but even still, Mira's not even 8 years old yet. Granted, my daughter can sing the words to Shake That. Word for word for the most part. Oops. And she also knows, because of her mom, the words to Talkin' Body. If you don't know either of those songs, go ahead and give them a fly. But Mira's pretty much heard all of my sets, heard my potty mouth, and she gets it that she's not supposed to swear or any of that. And she knows Daddy has a foul mouth and bad attitude. But dumbass here let her hear Shake That at a really young age. Luckily, I've stopped playing it in my sets except for the Punjabi MC remix, which is awesome. I've been on a Punjabi MC kick in my sets. I'm sure you'll hear a lot of the segues and intros in my sets the last few weeks. Anyway, other stuff I got to do today is for the DJ thing. One thing I'm still working on is hooking up with some record labels, producers, and artists to do promo parties and get some new tracks that aren't in the top 40 mainstream, things I can work into my set so I'm not as bored, and it adds a little flavor and texture, so to speak, to my sets. From there, I have to send out some dates for January to a couple of the venues that I'm working with, so I can confirm my January, February, and March dates out, as well as finish out the Who stuff I was talking about. Yep, unfortunately, that one Yes, that one. I think has fleas again. I'm sure she has fleas again. And I've heard from a few dog owners it's been a pretty bad year for fleas. I've given her Frontline and a different treatment after that. I've been going through my house. So what I'm going to do is bomb my house again. We'll give her a bath. Give that one a bath over there. Where is he? There he is. And the cat seems okay, but I'm going to spray him down too. Make sure all the pets are cleaned up so I don't got any flea problems anymore. And then do it again in a couple weeks. And from there, I got a lot of other DJ stuff to do. I really want to do a lot of promo this week to get my things out there. And as you know, because as wedding season slows down, club season comes, but it also comes in marketing my brand, promoting my brand, and making sure I'm giving myself a head start on all the stuff, people hitting me up for next year and the year after for both the wedding DJ thing, but continually promoting the gigs I'm at so I can keep working on those and hopefully growing those as well. And that brings me to this point about booking and all of that. Over the summer and over last winter, I've been on the side of being a booking agent where some bands just don't perform for us. We've tried and tried again, tried putting them on, bands I've loved when I used to book the Red Line Tap. I would give them every opportunity to work with them to build a following of some kind, for example. And I just couldn't get them to click at my venue, but they would click at others. So, for example, my venue wasn't the right one for them. It didn't mean I liked them any less or any more. It just means I couldn't book them anymore to be viable. So, with that in mind, booking as a DJ, booking as a performer, and all of that, you need to work hand in hand with the venue to promote your nights. So, as a DJ, I also, while I'm booking, for example, I will be here's a great example. Who's on Third here in La Crosse? One, I love playing there. But part two of that, they work with you, Patience and the management there, works with you to promote your night. They put your posters up. They talk you up a little bit to the folks coming in. But they also help you work on social media and promote yourself on social media. If you want your nights to grow, you need to promote with the venue. And hand in hand, if you don't perform well, like when I say perform well, you might put out some of the best sets you ever play at some venues. But performing for the venue, making sure people get in there and drink, is the most important thing you can do for a venue. Because if the venue may love booking music, but it also is a business. They have to turn a profit, or at a minimum, break even every night. Turning a profit is the reason anybody's in the business. And first and foremost, the venue has to turn a profit. And working for Tom Rosenfeld when I was at Heartland Cafe and Red Line Tap the last few years really drove that point home, because he's an accountant. He's a numbers guy. And seeing how numbers play out and looking at trends, where to be, where not to be, and all that, that makes me think about how I book. It also makes me think about how I work inside of a club. But going back to the promotion and booking aspect of it, I found out, over last winter and this summer that I don't want to call out anybody. But let's just say, especially being independent, don't ever get into bed with somebody too tightly and make them think you're a team. I'll put it like that. Or let it look from the outside like you're a team, unless you're going to pair up and be in business together. Because if you get lump sum summarily categorized with that other person or so, what goes for one goes for the other at a venue, and I found out the hard way. Luckily, at a couple of these venues, I got back in. I'm not going to elaborate about that. But make sure you're in that whole regard, a venue doesn't have to tell you why they're not bringing you back. They just stop. And that's why, in addition to putting on a great set, the other aspect of it is promotion. You need to cover all of your bases with working with a venue. And if you don't, then don't expect to get the return or results that you want. Plain and simple. And don't expect them to keep booking you. Now, your sets, obviously comes into play your music selection, both as a band and as a DJ. From there, attitude and how you talk to people. That plays a big aspect of it. Because you can promote, you can do all that, but you can be the biggest asshat and no one's going to want to bring you back. There are lots of different aspects that go into this as a DJ and as a performer. Booking and promotion. Promotion being the biggest aspect of it. And for the booking aspect of it, yeah, I probably overbook myself a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I bust my ass 7 days a week. And I will, if I could gig 7 days a week, I probably would, with the exception of parenting. And if you notice, a lot of the gigs I take in the early half of the week, some Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays outside of the Driftless Arcade, they're all ages stuff. So I can have my kid around. But when you go back to the booking aspect of it, booking and promotion play a lot into what you do. Because any clown can book a gig. But can you follow it up with the right promotion, right attitude, and right skill set to keep getting booked? And it all comes into play. I learned, like I was saying a moment ago, I learned just don't keep your distance from everyone unless you're in a company. Be friendly, and I'm not a I'll be, I might, have an asshat, and a slightly jaded attitude, but I've learned a lot since I moved to La Crosse. One, I don't want to be a dick. And at 47, almost 47 now, when I analyze what I want to do with the DJ thing and what I want to do with life and take care of my kid, I'm more than happy to be friends with anybody anymore. And with the DJ scene and community here, I'm more than happy if I can't, for example, get a gig, or if I already have a gig and I can't book somebody, I'm more than happy to refer them to make sure they get the talent they need. And one thing I've made very clear nowadays is when I'm booking weddings, let's find out if I'm the DJ for you, because I may not be. So if I'm not that DJ, again, the thing I've learned is let's hand each other gigs. Let's work together here. And I started a Facebook page to do so. So if I can't take the gig, I hand it off to somebody else to make sure the people that are asking for wedding DJs or event DJs get the coverage they need with the right DJ. And again, that goes back into booking hand in hand, being the right fit for your venue and doing right by your venue. So today I'm going to be working on a lot of my promo. And this week, other things I did have on my notes was I have to go meet up at Who's on Third tomorrow, or Wednesday rather, and make sure we can figure out for the karaoke setup next week. Then from there, I'm working on my booking company page, and I'll be getting that done a little bit more tomorrow, as well as a couple other dates. Now, something I'm looking at is show promotion in Rochester, the Dells, and Madison, and booking with promoters for a certain reason. I'll go into that later this week. Then the next thing I'm doing on Wednesday through Thursday and Friday is working on my music. I want to do some more purging of my stepper queue, my oldies and classic rock kind of stuff cues. And then another thing I want to do, I need some outside ideas. So I'm going to pop on some videos this week from YouTube and watch different DJs doing weddings. I just want some food for thought. I've seen a lot of weddings. I've done a lot of weddings. And it seems what I do work. But in the never-ending conquest, or never-ending quest, I should say, to better what I'm doing and improve the DJ thing, I'm going to watch some other DJs on YouTube and see what they're doing wrong or right, or see what I can implement and better with myself. Not a full-on copy, but if I can add or tweak something I'm already doing to better, to produce better with the couples I'm working with, that's what I'm shooting for. That's what I would like to do. Constantly striving to improve. Then from there this week, I'm going to be clubbing it up, like I said. So, translation, I will be drinking this weekend. I do expect to be really, really hungover Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Yeah. I'm totally looking forward to this hangover week. And yeah, so I'm going to get to it because I got some stuff to do around the crib and things to take care of. So, happy Monday, everybody. This is DJ Brentley signing off, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.